Hey yo, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You're watching my channel Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 5. Baby, let me tell you this. It's like sometimes when you have a friend who don't want to see you succeed, that's a friend you need to start dropping. Just drop them for the fact. It sucks that we get to see at the 7 seasons that we see that Molly and Issa were so tight. To see their friendship deteriorating like this is just ridiculous. And the fact that their issues is boarded up, and if also at her event. See Molly, I can't mess with you like that. Molly, you was dead wrong to approach Issa at her event to cause a problem, act like you was gonna fight her. Let me get to that point. Alright, so Issa block party. She's working on that. She's really hard. So the next day is the block party. So she knows she's freaking out. She's nervous. She's scared. It's something that she worked so hard for after she quit her job and everything. All this stuff trying to find a purpose. She found a purpose of creating this block party. Now there's a big event that's coming up. Now, excuse me. She trying to get everything together. So she's scrolling through and she saw Nathan's Instagram. You know, Nathan was the boyfriend that Issa was dealing with last season. Not really so much as a boyfriend, but someone she was messing with. He gave her the idea for the block party. Also gave her the idea to find your purpose, to find your life. If you're not happy, just move, go out. But he did ghost it on her. So it was like, it was a crazy thing that he's all around. All of a sudden, he could be able to answer phones and talk. I said, where have you been all this long time? I know he did came back at the end of the last season and tell her that he was going through some mental health situation. He was going through depression and stuff, which is serious. Which I understand that when you depressed and stuff like that, you sometimes drop the face on the earth. You don't talk to nobody. You stay isolated. All people who wants to talk to people. So it's different levels of being depressed, depression, and he was suffering from that. So understand that. But for the ghost her like that and even tell her exactly what was going on, that's the issue. But now he's around. So she DM him Instagram. He responded back. He couldn't sleep. She couldn't sleep. So they haven't talked. They talk on the phone. She called them and said thank you for her help. So I guess apparently Nathan helped her in some way for the block party. Remember, her artist dropped out. So I guess in that aspect, he helped her by connecting Andrew or telling Andrew that Issa needed help with a headliner. So Andrew working in entertainment, like at least Live Nation, he works there. He was able to send an email to Vince to ask him to do the event for Issa. Now, Andrew thinking is he's doing this for Molly's best friend. He ain't thinking that it was going to be an issue with that. It became an issue after Molly found out. I'll explain that later. But he didn't think it was an issue because he said Molly, Issa, their best friends. Issa needed help. This is something that she worked so hard for. She wanted to do this, and I'm going to help her. Now, Issa did ask Nathan to ask Andrew so he could get that set up, stuff like that. So she did ask other people to help her, but at least she asked. Like sometimes when you can't do everything yourself, you don't have connections, you always use your when you don't have a lot of connections out there to reach out, you use the people that you know who have the connections to help you. So what's better way to ask questions to ask people? Sometimes when you do a big event, you don't know everyone. So you got to reach out and branch out to other people and ask them. Now, so that's the point. Whether she should have asked Andrew herself, she could have. But she asked Nathan because Nathan is cool with Andrew. So that's fine. It's no issue. At least Issa did it herself. She didn't go through Marty. Because Marty told her that she was not doing it. She was not going to ask Andrew because she wanted to work on her relationship. Well, it's fine. I understand that. That's perfectly fine. Like I said last review, I understand Marty's position why she didn't want to ask Andrew that after they already on a rocky path. They're not in a steady footing in a relationship. So I understand that, but at the same time, you shouldn't tell her that you was going to ask her and then backed up. You should have told her, you know what, I'm not going to ask him in the first place. Okay, that's fine. So she did what she had to do. Now the block party. Everybody was there. You know, Tiffany, Kelly, Molly, Andrew, Nathan came. Kelly got a new boo. Kelly is funny. She faked the British accent to please the guy because he's British. So she had to fake it out throughout the thing. That's what I said. Stop faking. Like, if you can't, Listen, if he can't accept you who you are, that's it. You have to fake it all day. You was British just to be like the guy. It's like so she was throughout the whole episode. She was playing over this British accent towards the end. I explained that. Now Amal is Issa's brother. He was giving Kelly the blues. I don't know why Amal and Kelly don't really like each other, or they're not cool, or whatever. They're having a hard time. They're giving each other a hard time. But I said, what? I missed something because I was like, I ain't know Amal and Kelly don't really see eye to eye to each other like that. So they was just throwing jabs, and he came and said hi to everybody. He didn't say hi to Kelly, and Kelly said, "How you doing, Amal?" I was saying, he said, "Oh, I seen you," and he didn't say nothing to you. I said, "Oh my God, that's funny." So that was that. So that's that. We see Tiffany is going through some postpartum because she just had a baby and everything. And you know, when you just had a baby, sometimes your life is turned upside down, dealing with the baby. Now, Derek and Tiffany both at the block party. So they left the baby with a babysitter. And I guess the babysitter called because the baby is crying a lot. So Derek told Tiffany, we need to leave. We got to go to the baby. She said, can you go? Can you go? I just want to have a good time with Joy. So I guess Tiffany is right now. She's going through the postpartum and she just wants to have some freedom for herself. Some fresh air. I wait for the baby because she made a joke. She said, the baby was crying and all. She said, I just need to drop the baby off and be good. Or maybe I should drop the baby off at the supermarket. I mean, of course, she did not really mean it. But I guess she's saying that because she's just like, it's just so much overwhelming for her right now. As she just going through it, the pressure, just going through the stages that, oh, I can't do this. It's so much. It's overwhelming. I need to break free. I can't be right now with the baby like that because I'm not stable enough and I'm just not happy enough to deal with that. So we see Tiffany just being free at the block party, having a good time. So Derek said he got to go and take care of the baby. So I said, that's fine. That's good. And he stayed. And he didn't make a fuss about it. He said, you wanted me to leave the car? She said, no, I will ride with the girls or something like that. So that was good. So at the block party, Issa handled some different things. People had different issues. She was said that does he gotta do this? Does he gotta do that? She was worried because it was not a lot of black people who she was really wanting to cater to at the neighborhood. Even though her neighborhood is changing to a more gentrified neighborhood, she still wanted to see her bring most of the locals and most other people and embrace the culture, the black culture as well as the culture around the neighborhood. So that was her whole goal of it. So she wanted to see that, and people, you know, they come late to her event. So the black people did came was loud, but they started coming at droves later on, especially when the concerts and the music and the musicians and stuff was on stage and performing. You saw a lot of them there at the stage. So Molly Andrews go because Molly was trying to get ready because she was not gonna try to go to the block party because she was upset that Issa didn't go to her celebration event after she won the case or something. She didn't come, and Issa is not in a good terms right now at all. We really haven't talked. They really haven't sat down and talked to each other. So it was like it's really a hard time for them at this thing. But Andrew said, okay, so you're not gonna go because you're gonna punish her because she didn't come to your event. She said, no, we gotta go. She said, let's get dressed. So they got dressed. Now she got there. She was impressed about how Issa worked so hard, and Andrew reminded her, just what she was working so hard for. And you should know, like, maybe you was doing that when you had your job and you was working a lot and not giving me time. And she did flip, and she was like, you know what? Yeah, she happy that she see that her girl is doing something. It was like she been successful because I guess honestly, we all thinking that Molly think that she want Issa to fail. So she could be the friend and say, I could lift her up. I've been the most successful one. She always been the failure type friend, which is not good at all to be always act like you the savior in some aspect. So now we saw Condola, right? You know Condola, I don't care. Like, it's like I like Condola. I was like, but at the same time, this episode made me turn it off. Since the last episode, it turned me off on her. And I said, can you ditch Issa at a time that she needed you? Alright, so Issa and Condola was working together for this black party. They had a connection and all that stuff. Condola was there. She just wanted to check on the vendors. But she has been ghosted Issa for a minute now. The reason why? Her and Lawrence broke up. Issa and Lawrence was together for 5 years. Now Condola was dating Lawrence. Issa did not know that until Issa found out that Condola and Lawrence was dating. And Condola didn't know that Issa and Lawrence was dating for a long time. So it created a little tension between them. Not too much that it was awkwardness. But they broke the ice like that. So they was cool. I was like, okay, they could get along. They could still have the business relationship and not mix the business with pleasure or stuff like that. And personal. So that's what it was. And I guess to that point, after that freaking Friendsgiving that she had with her friends, Lawrence and her broke up. And so there, she just distanced herself from Issa, which is not, it's pissed off. It got me mad because it's like, Issa needed you. And you just left her hanging. So Issa said, did I do something wrong? Did I make you mad? Did I piss you off? Like, it just left me high and dry. Like, I couldn't get in contact with you and nothing like that. She said, I'm sorry and stuff like that. And though Lawrence didn't tell you, she said, Lawrence told me what? We broke up. And she said, oh. And she said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have messed it up like that, but it was a lot going on. But I just came, just checking the vendor and stuff. So they was an awkward little goodbye together. She said, I'll just see you later. See you later. I was like, all right, bye, Condola. We want to see you because you did Issa wrong. To that point, even if you broke up with Lawrence, you should have continued working with Issa to the point that they could have this thing continue going on and be successful. Even though the event still was successful, you left her. And that was messed up. That was really messed up. So I didn't like that at all. So they went on. They were trying to wait for the headliner. Issa was freaking out because the headliner wasn't there yet, but he was actually there. Issa and Molly was talking a little bit, and Molly gave Issa some food because she's known you didn't eat and all that stuff. So they were trying to break the ice, but it still was awkward between them because they both was looking at each other and they both were about to say, you know, we both wanted to say something and another person about to say something at the same time. So you stopped yourself to see if they were going to say something. That's what it was. She was like, and they stopped. And then her executive assistant came and told her that Vince was there. Vince was there. They got everything that he was asking for. You know, artists had some requests to when they go to the event. They say requests they need to have, and you need to have it. So they did that, and that was that. They was successful. They did a wobble event. They did a wobble, and at that point, the executive assistant told Issa, come on, let's dance. Because, you know, Issa was like, you know, sometimes when I do events, when I used to be in college and stuff like that, you don't want to participate in the activities. Sometimes later on you will after you get everything done. But you always be running around, make sure everything's okay. Or this has happened, this is that, this is good, this is good. You checking everything to make sure. But they said, you can have fun a little bit at your own event. But sometimes you need to do that. So they got her and they wobbling, and Issa and Molly were looking at each other and they say, you know what, they having a good time. They was like they best friends again, like hey, clapping each other, fine, go girl, go ahead, do this and do that. And they was having a good time, they was laughing good. So Saturday go. Say cool. They met Vince and all that stuff. So all the performances, Vince got on stage. Well, MC introduced Issa. Issa talk, and then, but she didn't really get most words in because everybody was saying Vince, Vince, Vince. Vince. I said, I guess Issa bring Vince out because they really want to listen to you talk. And they have Vince out. Now, after the event ended, when I guess Vince's manager came and talked to Andrew and to thank Andrew for putting him on with his artist Vince. It was very appreciative that you put together. So Andrew did introduce the manager to Molly. He said, it's my girlfriend Molly. I said, oh my God, you crazy Molly. And all that stuff. So that was cool. And so Molly was like, hold up, what? What you did? She said, well, Issa asked Nathan to talk to me to get Vince. I hooked them up. And all I had to do was an email. She said, oh, so she went behind you. She went behind my back and asked me. She said, well, I didn't think it was anything because y'all good friends and I want to help her on the event. So she said, excuse me. So she walked her ass to Issa. They talk. Basically, they was going back and forth. Because Imani was pissed off that Issa went behind her back after she told her that I didn't want you and I didn't want this happening. I didn't want you to talk to Andrew, involve Andrew or something like that because we was not in good terms. We not cool like that. So I don't know why you went to Andrew to ask for your help. Stop using people. Issa said, I don't know. I was like, at the end of the day, I was trying to get help. And he helped me in the thing, all that stuff. And I didn't think that your relationship, this is one thing I wanted to think, and I was in a bind. You could at least help me this one little pinch. It's like that. She said, we always need you saving one little pinch. So they was going back and forth to the point that Issa said, you create problems. You always have an issue. And if your relationship ended with Andrew, it's not because of me. So they got in the face. And then Molly got to on Issa's face like this. I said, when you start walking up to somebody's face, you better be prepared to get punched or slapped or something like that. Because ain't no way. Then Issa they want to fight because it was an event. They would say, calm down, y'all. It's an event. You ain't want to do that. But Molly was not having that. She said, So what? What's up? What you gonna do? What? And I said, really? At her event, Issa event that one day was so successful, and Issa said, like, you just wanted to see me fail. The fact that helping me, you wanted to see me fail, so that's why you didn't help me by asking Andrew. It's like that. And I didn't think it was a big deal. Now, Andrew said he apologized. He didn't think there was nothing. He said, let's go, let's stop, let's do this. And they kept going. So when they got to each other's face, somebody yelled out gun, and everybody started scattering. I said, where the hell gun came from? So the same was scattering. Kelly lost her brother's action. So the guy said, what happened to your brother's action? She said, bitch, I'm a Philly. Let's go. That was funny. She laughed. Issa, Kelly asked, is Molly's okay? I said, okay. And why nobody asked if Issa's okay? Nobody went to Issa. Like, it was Issa's event, and then Molly just showed up behind her. I said, why y'all going to console her if she's okay? What about Issa? Now, Nathan said he want to stay and help her, but Issa said she's good. She could handle it. She's good. So she left, and then it started raining, and the episode ended. But yes, also I forgot to mention that in the first episode, Issa was on the couch saying that she don't mess with Molly anymore, and we want to know who she was talking to. We find out she told that to Nathan. Nathan Hull was on the phone, and they was having a conversation, and he asked about how him and Molly is going and stuff, and she just said that, I don't know, we not cool, and obviously I don't F with her anymore. So we find out who she told that to. I said, oh, okay. But I was insecure, y'all. If y'all saw this episode, tell me how y'all feel. If y'all didn't, tell me how y'all feel if you had a friend at your event come approach you, want to fight you at your event, and because or whatever, because you want to better yourself, because you did things because they didn't help you in the pinch, you decide to go behind their back or do something not even behind your back to help you with your event, and they want to fight you. How you will take that? Alright, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My next video will be Married to Medicine LA, and I'll talk to y'all later. Alright, peace.